Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into 1v1 me. How are you? I've not been around for a couple of days. I apologize. Been really busy, had a couple of shows, but also was trying to clear that chest infection that you guys saw me with earlier on in the week. So what is going on today? Well, first of all, I feel great. Thanks for asking, those of you who actually give it. But also, we got Desmond challenging Gusify here on the ladder. Desmond currently sat in 7th. Gusify currently sat in 10th. Desmond looking to make sure that he doesn't slide down the ladder. And last time we got to check on him, he was looking good. And see if they can make it happen against Gus and Streak.
Nothing, son.
But those of you in chat, I will start to get to you all in a sec.
I don't see anything extra.
Oh, and Dez overstays. And honestly, not an angle you really want to be challenging. Difficult fight to take that. You're kind of strafing out into a very open area. One of the few open areas that we have on Skyline. And with a Jackal in hand as well, you're just asking for trouble. Those of you in game chat, how was your Valentine's? Don't overstay. Solidify saves Gus. Solidify does a wonderful job there of keeping Gus in the fight. I ran with Gus because the world went with Team Desmond. Cashman, that is poetic, beautiful, and, well, we'll find out just how intelligent. Users going with the Dez 6-5. One thing I will say here, a little bit concerned that both Dez and Solidify running SMGs will work if you're defending this B bomb site. It will work very well if you're defending this B bomb site, but we got to see that change depending on different strategies. But yeah, I'm good, thank you. Very, very good, thank you. Solidify is going to be the player running that flex. Finds the headshot onto Gus nice and early. Is going to see his teammate traded, though. Dez falls. There is a player on the bomb. Stun should connect. The nade doesn't. The nade falls an inch short. And you're going to let your opponent slip out. Maybe, but Solidify deals with him. Absolutely cooks Streak.
That was weird. I mean, I literally died before he even popped up.
Absolutely slams him. Good should have price mode for playing the game. Got to be the first to get smoked every time. Feels like he is getting caught in those bloods at the minute. Sometimes that can happen against you. This time, Dez is going to be running the AR. I love that these two can flex so well. That might be part of why their chemistry is working. Oh, that's so unfortunate. The stun catches your teammate crossing in front of you. But Solidify lives to see another day. You don't want to be taking this fight at close range, though, with this AR. Jackal will burn you. I think that right now, Gus is setting up
That's all I got right now.
a pinch situation. I'm not going to lie. Breathe. And wait. And hold. Down to 30 seconds, though. Gotta move at some point. You know one then is going to be piano. Potentially hit the zip in front of you.
That wasn't like I first saw.
Not sure about this positioning. What is Solidify running? Is he running an SMG? Good coverage. For me there, though, this is a poor retake from Gus and Streak. Why are we hitting this one at a time? Hit this together. One through the front door, one through back door. Streak is found, traded out by Dez. That's more like it. That's much more like it. There was a window there where they're taking one-on-two fights, and they could have easily have lost. But you end up finally getting back together and trading it out, which is enough. Took a little bit too long to get that bomb down. It was unfortunate. You had that situation where Solidify slides into the room. Dez puts out the stun. It actually connects with Solidify and therefore stuns Solidify. So it puts them on the back foot a little bit. I think that if that doesn't happen, I think that you end up in a situation where actually they feel good about getting that bomb down, but they were a bit panicky. They're a bit nervous from there. DP, what's happening, gorgeous? Cito, how are you? Disray, I do, because you got a fantastic name. The name always stands out. This is a good match. It feels like it. Feels like it. Nice and early. Gus gets one. Des there to trade it. Feels a little bit like deja vu. Where is Streak going to be? And Streak's actually wrapped. Wow. Did not see that coming, to be fair. Thought for sure Streak would have played kitchen side, then maybe backed off, but he hit straight through. He was quick on it. Feels like a practiced rollout. We'll do one more round on Dez, then move on over. Streak been shooting lately? I've been saying, like, I know that a couple of the stakers aren't a big fan of Streak, but I've been saying, like, I feel... I betted the V-Day money and lost. Mako, I'm so sorry, dude. You still had money after V-Day? You're doing it wrong, my friend. What have you got in chat, by the way, guys? Seen a lot of love for Dez, but then a couple of folks also mentioned Gus nice and early, but I missed a lot of the early stuff, so do let me know. One last round, by the way, on Dez's POV, and then we're going to rotate on over to Gus. Yeah, Streak at the minute. I think the problem with Streak is he is streaky. Oh my god, the stun's coming from absolutely everywhere. But somehow Dez gets a blood. That's an overchal. That's an ego chal. You don't need to be doing that. 1v1, stun goes out, stun connects, you do take damage. It's going to be the furnace, and Gus comes out on top with a pistol in hand and just about has enough time. What a play from Gusify. We are going to move on over, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, it feels like a kind of... We got a Dez 6-2, 6-4. I'm glad to hear that hop outs went well. I know what that means. Gus to win. I do think that the late bets here, maybe like a 6-4, 6-5 swing either side would have been good. Hey, yo, chill. My bad. Dez, fine. Streak. Don't overchill this. Why are you taking that fight? You don't need... Oh, okay. You get away with it. Little bit worried, but Dez comes out. Sorry. Yes, Dez comes out on top. Felt like Gus did not... This is the problem with playing that outer side, though. If you play those outer sides, the outer side of the hedges, you end up in a situation where you just can't, like, get away. If anyone hits through you, you are trapped. You end up in a situation where you have to stand and fight. For me, gotta move away from there. Solidify, gotta take over. Agree, but I'd like to see a little bit more out of Dez as well in these first engagements. It feels like he's kind of half and half. And if you want to be a star player, which I know he does, you gotta be doing more. First fight, and Gus finds Dez, and it's those ones. But it's a great trade by Gus, especially at close range. Jackal against Ames, that was a hell of a win. You know what it's like, DP? You're a partner, you're a star. You're looking for that same level out of all of our partners here. Slept on the couch, but you got to take the risk. Jesus, Mako, I'm sorry. Wow. Gus and me versus the world, says Cashman. Well, right now, a 1v1, 4-3 up. Streak. On this awkward angle that you're never expecting. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Seeing where Solidify is headed to. Bomb goes down A. I can tell you the Solidify is running an SMG. I think he does see Streak at piano, who lets off shots, hits nothing. DP and Cito are indeed in the house. Great gentlemen. Fantastic players. Watching on, studying their opponents and getting ready for... Oh my lord, Streak finds the win.
I'm down, bro.
And somehow... Streak and Gus have put themselves within one map. These guys were the underdogs, the outsiders coming into this game. But they are not slowing. By the way, if any of you fancy some rank during next week, do let me know. Desperately trying to hit Crim. I can get there. I've just lacked gaming time normally, but I might actually get some this season, you know? All right, potentially to settle it all. 5-3. Gus. Got a whole barbecue side. This left side of hedges. If you don't see anyone immediately barbecue, for me, get away from it. So I like this idea. All about timing. It's nothing bridge. Maybe white steps. Just gonna hold. Streak just playing bomb bed. Potentially waiting on Gus to get a pick. What I will say, you've got nobody watching kitchen. Risky. For sure. It feels like Dez have slipped on back, played defense from a more passive position, which they have the right to do. They are the defending team. Door opens. Nothing. Where the hell? Gus holds. Dez slides out. Dez just about stays alive. Does well to stay alive, actually. Dez breaks the door. Gus is checking too many things at once. Gus will fall. But Streak will trade. And, well, Solidify is there to answer it up. We're going to see at least another round, ladies and gentlemen. 5-4. A couple of you have gone with 6-5s. A couple of you have gone with 6-4s. I can't please everybody, but I know that someone's walking away happy from this then. Disray's gone 6-4 on both. Okay, so you want this to end right now. Gus in... I hate that jacuzzi spot with the Jackal in hand, but you managed to wrap back. You do get info as well. You spot that Solidifies on hedges. I can tell you that Dez is top bridge. So with that in mind, Bomb isn't coming forward very quickly. Feels like Gus is trying to watch a lot here. Where's Streak in all this? Feels like he's basically... Is he piano? Is he in spawn? It feels like Gus is trying to juggle a lot. Supposed to be a blowout, honestly. I'm with you. I didn't think it would be this close. Felt a lot of that 6-3 on Dez was correct. Oh, and Gus is looking the wrong way, and I said it. You're watching too many things. You're trying to keep an eye on too many different places, and COD timing is never kind. And the cruel mistress will strike. Leave streak, and you want that kill so damn much. And it evades you, gets away. Streak takes the fight. Dez does the wise thing, backs on down from him. This is all you gotta do. Throw a shoulder, delay, put your stuns out, put your nades out, bottleneck this guy into a fight, force him to the bomb. And Streak is just waiting for that exit. I think he gets the worst timing in the world. Finds one, knows one player is behind him. Fake the bomb hop. Oh, and Gus gets away with his life. And you're just never gonna pull off this defuse. We're going to a round 11. You thought Dez or Gus would win? I thought Dez, considering how good they looked the other night on Skyline. They absolutely blew their opposition out of the water. Dez has struggled towards the back end of last season for sure, but him and Solidify suddenly seem to have something syncing up. They suddenly seem to look better. Right now, though, goddamn, we're going to a round 11, baby. Time to lock it in. Gortron. How you doing, my friend? Is it Gortron? Gortrom? GK? Dez playing better, absolutely. Feels like he slowed it down, though, which I like. He's not overextending in those first fights. Gus. Just... Streak. Gus is just going to back off all the way to Umbrella here. Try and bait in any push. What I will say is you've given up a lot of map position, a lot of knowledge. You have nothing. Your opponents know where you must be, basically, at this point. But Gus will get to exit freely. Sees the player top steps. Hits nothing. Dez slips away. Dez will back streak down. And this is... Dez can do this. Just keep buying time. We are down to 45 seconds. At some point, you're going to be forced forward. Gus and Dez exchange blows. But it's a trading punch, not a haymaker. As such, you gotta go again. 30 seconds. Slides out. Gets nothing. Caught by a stun. You do have a trophy. Get it down over the bomb. You can just tell he's worried about timing. Streak has bomb. Streak's got to get it down. The problem is here, Gus can see very little, and Solidify wins the first. He's at close range, though, on the furnace. Can Dez be there to back him up? Streak trying to stay up, and Streak falls. And it's a round 11 victory for Desmond, for Solidify, who managed to stem the bleeding after losing so much of the back half of that game. Honestly, we're going to move on over. We're going to move on over. I actually thought that Gus and Streak played it very well. I thought they really got back into things. I loved how Dez slowed down in those opening fights. You called it yourself, DP. You did a fantastic job there of calling out exactly what was happening there. Dez playing better. It's exactly the kind of play that I want to see happen. I have seen, while I've been here on 1v1 me, Dez tilt. I've seen that lack of willingness to be flexible. Not just in weapons. Sure, changing weapons is one thing, but changing up your strategy, working better around your teammate, and working better against your opponents. That's something I want to see, and it felt like he finally did that. Great stuff.